Okay, we're going to start by making contact sheets and ranking and sorting within Photoshop. So we are going to start first by just selecting some images and making a contact sheet. Second, we'll go into Bridge through Photoshop so you can see some choices on how to rank and sort, and select just a few images if in case you have 100. So when you start in Photoshop, you're going to see all your recent images, and you don't actually need to go into Photoshop to start to make the contact sheet. But just in case you are not as comfortable with this, we're going to go to Create New, just so we get the screen that you're used to. So we're going to do something for print, and I'm just going to do a letter size and hit Create. So you guys are used to seeing something like this with your opening workspace and just a blank document. We're not actually going to use this document. We're just going to use some of the automatic presets. So we're going to go up here to File. We're going to go to Automate, and we're going to go down to Contact Sheet. Now in here, if you have all of your images within a folder, you could choose Folder, and you're going to hit Choose and find all the images. So if I was using all of these images in order to make a contact sheet, you can see I made one in here already, then I could just choose the folder. It's going to choose everything inside. So if I went to my downloads, it would choose everything inside here. I don't necessarily want all of these images, I just want a few. So I'm going to hit Cancel, and instead I'm going to switch this to Files. Now I'm going to hit Browse, and I'm going to go back into those downloads, and I'm going to choose the files that I want. So I did some of these mashups in here, so I'm going to click on one of them. I'm going to hold down the Command key so I can click through and select specifically which ones I want. Now I'm going to decide not to do this one and to do this one here, so I can skip over them just by holding down that Command key and click only the ones that I want. Now I'm going to hit Open. So you can start to see your images in here. If you have a lot of images, let's say you have 50 images, you have 25, you have 100, you absolutely want to have them in a folder first, and you want to choose folder so you don't have to individually select. Okay, my document's already an 8 by 10. That is perfect. It'll fit on my sheet. And the default here is 5 and 6. I tend to leave it there so you can get 30 images per sheet. You can always adjust if you have fewer, such as I do, to make the images bigger on the contact sheet. I do the rotate for best fit so they all fit on there nicely, and you can check the box to use the file name so that when you're talking about this with your client, you guys can talk about which image exactly. It's easier to find them later. Now I'm going to hit OK. In here it's going to take a few minutes, and it's going to spiral through. It is finding all of those images, and it is putting them together in the contact sheet for you. Okay, that took just a minute, and you're going to see all the images are here on a contact sheet and the names are underneath. As I said, this will fit 30 on a page. You could adjust the size when you're making the contact sheet if you want something different. You can also see up here, this is our document we made initially. It did not use that document. You actually didn't need to start with that document. I just opened it so you'd be more comfortable with the layout. The final contact sheet is here. It is already a flattened image. You could save this, or you could simply go to Print and then print this out for your client. Next, I'm going to show you how to rank and sort within Adobe Bridge, and if you want to bring those files from Adobe Bridge back into Photoshop. So check out the next video.